that anybody who wants to be a part of this workout can be. And there we go. You're going to see the message saying, got it. We have some team leaders in the house. We have our water. I hope you have your water. I have my water. You might even have some electrolytes. I have some electrolytes too. We have a yoga looking background here with somebody doing the rock stack. And you all might remember, I've talked about doing rock stacks in the past. I love building rock stacks and using that as part of my workout. So when I'm sometimes working out like by myself, or especially if I'm working out like with one of my buddies and we're doing a workout together, we might do a rock stack, but we might do it while we're in a squat. So, like Byron, sometimes he'll go into a squat position. Imagine you had some rocks and you had a table and you squat down and you try to build the rock stack before your legs get tired. Or imagine you're like Nick. Nick, this would be something good that you could do. You got to find some rocks that are flat. And that's right. Soda's not healthy at all. Karen put that in the chat room. That's a good comment. But imagine, Nick, you're doing the plank position on your hands, and you're also trying to build a little rock stack. You might forget that you're doing the plank. Next thing you know, you might do a 3-minute plank. So anyway, rock stacks are good. Balancing things are good. We're going to do some balance today. For some reason, I grabbed a balance owl. That's hard to say. Balance owl.
I say that because someone said, why do you not drink soda outside?
To talk about why not to drink soda?
Somebody asked you.
So if you want to think about soda in terms of a liquid, now what liquids do we have to drink? As a human, we're all humans. I don't. There could be a couple, maybe, possums, or is there anybody on here? Alligator? No, we're all humans. So Karen's right. Water is the number one thing. It's really the only thing that we need to drink. So remember, the word there is need. We need to drink water because our body's made up out of water. So what a lot of people do is sometimes they take water as like the base, as the main liquid, and they add other things to it. You might know somebody out there who adds coffee to water. Does anybody know anybody who drinks coffee? Or maybe tea? Has anybody ever seen somebody make tea with like the tea bag, and they get the hot water and they put the tea bag in the hot water, and in the next thing you know, the water, it kind of becomes tea. Well, when people make soda, do you know what they add to the water to make it taste so sweet and make it taste like you want to drink another one? They add sugar. They add sugar to the water and other flavors to make it taste like whatever that soda is. And sugar is not something that we're really supposed to drink. We're supposed to drink water, but we're not supposed to drink sugar. We can get sugar in when we eat fruits, and even some vegetables have sugar, but we're not supposed to drink sugar. And so when you're drinking a soda, if you look on the back of the can, you'll see carbohydrates, and you might see on some cans of soda, they have up to 50 grams of sugar in just that one can. That would be like you taking a spoon and getting sugar and maybe doing like 10 scoops of sugar. Nobody would do that. But that's what happens when we get some sodas. They just put a lot of sugar in there. And sugar is not something that is good for our body. So that makes sodas not good for our body. But there's a lot of other things that we can drink. One of them is, like I mentioned, a lot of the electrolytes. They don't have the sugar added. Sometimes if they do, it's just a little bit. So good call, Karen. Let's go ahead. Let's get the breathing motto going. How about I see we got a lot of friends here too. We got Alicia, Leslie, we got Team Gavel, Sammy's in the house. We got a lot of our friends here. Here's Bernie and Byron. And who are we gonna get for the breathing motto? Sophie, who do you think?
See what Nick asked you.
I I think Bernie actually asked in the chat room saying, can we do it at the beginning?
Let's do that. That sounds good.
So,
And then maybe maybe if Coach Emily gets on, Nick, maybe you can do it with Coach Emily at the end. Bernie, are you ready for the breathing motto? She's always ready. Let's have a sip of water before we start. It's okay when we have our healthy conversations. That's a big part of fitness too. So it's always good to learn and to be reminded about we want to stay away from soda. All right, Bernie, let's do that breathing motto. Getting our heartbeat checked. I like it. Good heartbeat.
Five, four, three, two, one. Feeling it good. Feeling bad. Feeling happy. Feeling sad. Feeling your best. In other words, bring your power. So you reach your goals first.
Nice job, Bernie. Excellent job, Bernie, doing the breathing motto. And I just saw a message in the chat room. We were talking about this last week about pickleball. And you know what, everybody? Sammy just let me know in the chat room he used to play pickleball back in high school. That's awesome. Sammy, maybe one day we could play pickleball. You could teach me how to play because I don't know the rules, but I've heard it's a lot of fun. Everybody, let's get ready to do a warm-up. We'll have some time in a little bit, maybe for some leadership, and we might even get lucky. We might even have Coach Emily joining us when we do our kind of second half of the workout. So for this first exercise, though, yes, Leslie, thank you. So if you think about balance, you know, the balancing of the rocks, this guy in the picture, he looks like he's balancing on his foot. We can balance all kinds of things. And in this case, I have an owl and we can try to balance it. I could balance the owl in my hand. I could balance the owl on top of my hand. And that's a little harder. You can see that the owl's having to move and it's making me kind of keep my body kind of engaged with that balance. I can also, like one of Nick's favorites, I could balance the owl. Now, I don't know if I can get this owl to stay on top of my head. Oh, wow. Everybody, I did it. I didn't think I could. And now I'm trying to do the squat. And so remember, with balancing, look at this. Owl on top of my head. Oh, there it goes. And that's what we're working with. That's what's so great about balancing is that we always have gravity being a part of our balancing game. So let's go ahead. Let's do one more balance on top of the head. We're going to do it. We're going to go for 10 seconds. You can balance anything. If you had a pillow or a book, a notebook, anything you want. I have an owl. We're going to try to do a 10-second balance. And this is going to start to work out our neck. So we're going to start working out our neck before we start moving it around. We're going to do a balance now, and then we're going to do a balance after our neck exercises. Let's see how we do. So let's go ahead and let's go 5 seconds to try to get our balance. Go 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we got to hold it steady. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right. Now let's go ahead and do some head and neck exercises, and then we'll try a balance again, and let's see if we had better success after we got our neck warmed up or in the beginning. Let's go side to side going for 10. So we'll go right side going 1. We'll hold it there for about 1 second, and then we'll go over to the left side. 2. And then 3. 4. Start to think about your neck. 5. Think about your posture. 6. 7. We're doing like a 1 second hold. 8. 9. And 10. All right, let's go up and down. Let's do 10, and we'll do it the same way. Each way is 1. So we're going to go 1 going down. 2 going up. 3 going down. 4 going up. 5 going down. 6, and we're going to hold it for about a second. 7. 8, 9, and 10. All right. And in a few minutes, and Nick, I'm going to answer your question too when we get kind of moving along. Nick was asking about chocolate milk. Everybody, what do you think about chocolate milk in terms of healthiness? What do you think about that? And I'll let you know what I think about it in a minute. We'll keep our net going. Let's go ahead and do diagonal lines. So like we're going to do like an X. We'll go 5 going this way. So from low to high over the shoulder, and then 5 going this way from low to high over this shoulder. So let's start by bringing our chin down into the shoulder, and then we'll go up, going 1. We'll do 10 like that. 2, 3, 4, 5, going diagonal. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. I'm going to do something on this next one. And if you're watching me, you might see a difference. The first 5 diagonals I'm going to make, I'm not going to think about there being an imaginary line. The second 5 I am. And see if there's a difference maybe. So just, use your opinion. And we'll go down and then up, down, and 4, down, and 5. Now I'm going to picture a line. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, did you notice a difference? I was imagining a line going across my room, and I was looking at it. Now, it was an imaginary line. There's no line here, but you might have noticed, and I kind of felt it. I felt that my neck was a little stronger. It was a little more stable for me when I was making that line going across my body. Let's go ahead and do the ear lift. Let's do 3 on each side. So we're going to go ahead and bring that ear up. And this is the first thing we're going to now do our shoulder. So now the shoulder is going to get involved, and all it's going to do is go down. So the shoulder goes down and the ear goes up. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's bring it all to the middle, and then let's kind of roll those shoulders around. We're starting to get them involved, and then up we go again. So again, I'm trying to go up with my ear. It looks like I'm tilting my head, but I'm trying to really go up with the ear. That's a better look. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back into the shoulders. Let's go ahead again, up with the ear. Oh, that's a really good one. You can kind of tell I'm not tilting my head, but my ear, this ear is higher than that ear. And you can picture my face is kind of turned a little. 3, 2, 1, back into the rolls. There we go. Nice. Let's go up again on this side. Oh, I did another. See, when I think about it, I can do a better job. And that's going to be for all of us. If we put a little bit of concentration, 3, 2, 1, into our movements, we're going to find that we do a little bit of a better job. Got that ear going up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, my shoulder going down. Last one on this side, going up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Let's do a couple side-to-side head tilts just so we can feel the difference. And if you're comfortable, you could even kind of touch your head on one side and just kind of lean. You're not really pulling it over. You're just kind of guiding your neck muscles. You might be able to kind of do it to the side. And so let's go ahead and we'll hold each side for 5 seconds. Let's go to the side. So this would be a side head tilt. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then let's go to the other side. So again, think about the difference between the ear lift and the head tilt. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Going back over to this side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And back over to this side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you could have seen there, that was a good example. The second group I did, I kind of tilted my head a little higher up in the neck. And the one before that, I was starting to tilt in my body. And that's going to be something that your body sometimes is going to try to get involved, even though you might be trying to focus on your neck. And you just got to think about it. You got to think about that posture. Let's go one more. We're going to do giraffe head, turtleneck. We'll go 3 and 3 of each. So let's hold the giraffe neck out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turtleneck. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that chin up. Giraffe neck. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turtleneck. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Giraffe neck. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turtleneck. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Let's go ahead and move our shoulders around just a little bit, moving around our shoulders, kind of rotating them around. And then we're going to take a break. We're going to have a sip of water, and then we're going to try that balance exercise again. So go ahead and have that sip of water, and then we're going to grab our balance item. For me, the balance item is an owl. Don't know. I just looked up and I saw an owl. It was up on top of a shelf on a dresser. All right, let's go ahead. Let's try to get it balanced, and let's get ready. 3, 2, 1, and get balanced. You got 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, I got my balance. Here we go. 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I did it. Looks like a lot of you got it too. Now, I felt a difference. Did anybody else? Did you feel like it was a little easier this last time? Maybe because we got, some exercises in for our neck and our shoulders. So we'll keep this balance item around. We might do some more balance here in a minute, but let's go ahead and get our shoulders going. So let's start by doing some shoulder lifts. Let's go up and down. Let's do about 10 up and down. So we're going to go up and down, just bringing those shoulders up and then bringing them down, up, down. That's all it is, up, down. But remember, it's important. It's working out what muscle? I know some of you know the trapezius. That's right. We got the trapezius going. And again, I'm working on just lifting them up and down. Let's do about 2 more. 1 and 2. All right. Now what I want to do is work on my trapezius, but I'm going to lean forward a little bit. So remember, we did this the other day, and I'm going to bring my shoulders up and down. So I'm kind of, if you see it kind of around my back there, I'm trying to get these muscles fired up. So when I'm standing up, it's more of the muscles on top that are kind of helping me to lift. When I lean back down in here, I'm going to be getting more of the muscles kind of in the center of my back. Let's do that one. Let's go for 10 as well. So a little bit of a lean. You can see this is how much I'm leaning over. Standing up straight, leaning over just a little bit. And I'm going to go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And my arms are just hanging down. We're using the weight of our arms to kind of help us with this. All right, the next one we're going to do, we're going to get, again, this whole area moving. And let's go ahead and get our elbows involved. So we're going to lean forward again, and we're just going to bring our elbows up to the side and then down. So up and down, and I'm leaning forward. Up and down, up and down. Nice job, everybody. Up and down. 5 more. 5, 4. Good job. Leaning forward. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Stand up or sit up tall. And you might be able to feel that in the middle of your back. Now let's do our chicken wing, where we're just going to go up and down like this. So we're not going to be using as much of that trapezius in the middle. And we're going to kind of get the deltoids involved now. And so you're going to feel that muscle tension. You're going to feel it maybe move from the middle of your back. Now we're starting to include the deltoids. Let's go for 10 more of our chicken wings, no matter where we're at. 10 more wings. Here we go. 10, 9, 8. We're going to hold number 5, 7, 6. Let's hold 5. Let's hold it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down and going 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then back down, going 3, 3, 2, 1. Back down and then up for 2, 2, 1. And then down and up one time. 1 and then down. Woo, wow, right? Remember, that's going to be our deltoids. So right now, we've worked out our neck, our trapezius, our deltoids, and even our rhomboids, which are kind of in the middle of our back. Let's have a sip of water, and we're going to keep working out with them, but we're going to do another balance coming up next. All right, so I have my balancing owl. And I can balance this owl a couple ways. This one is the easiest. This way would be more difficult with my hand trying to be open. Another way I could balance the owl would be with two hands. So I'm balancing the owl. It's sitting up here. I'm not using my thumbs, and I'm not squeezing it. I'm not holding the owl. It's standing up kind of on its own. Now imagine if I didn't have an owl and I did this with my glass of water, right? Now you know you really don't want to drop it. Now I'm not going to do that because I really don't want to drop it. So I'm going to use the owl. And that's what's kind of neat. It gives us the opportunity when we're balancing something to still have our technical skill, our mind going around that, but we don't have the risk of like ruining our computer. So what I want us to try to do is let's start off with a two-hand, if you can, two-hand balance. And we're going to reach out and in. So I'm balancing the owl. I'm not squeezing it or holding it. I'm just holding it out, and I'm going to reach out and in. I'm going to go for 10 of these, and I'm going to see if I can do that without dropping the owl and without trying to grab it. I don't want to grab it if it's going to fall. Maybe I just let it fall. Here we go. 3, bringing it in close to my body. Easy. 4, it's a little bit harder when you hold it out far. Here we go. And then 5, in and out. 6, 7, oh, it wants to fall. 8, but I'm working to balance it. 9 and 10. Woo, I got that. You know what else I got is a nice feeling through my wrist right here. A feeling that I think if I would have been reaching out with my arms, I wouldn't have noticed that. All right, now the next style of balance we're going to try to do with one hand if we can. So I'm still going to be doing it with the palm up. So the palm of my hand is up, and I'm going to put the owl right here. Again, if I wanted to, I could take my electrolytes and I could put them right here. But again, I like the owl. It's got a cute, I like the face. It's cute. I like the sunflowers. Like from here, I want to try to reach out to the side of my body and then bring it back in. I'm going to try to reach forward and bring it back in. And then you guessed it, I'm going to try to reach up over my head and then bring it back down. And you might have seen, what did I do as I was reaching overhead? So look at my hand and look at how I have to turn. Whoa, I almost dropped it. I have to turn my arm at the elbow and the shoulder. So try this if you can. You might be able to reach up and keep it up, or you might be able to reach up and actually have it turn around. I'm going to kneel down so you can see the difference here. So this is me. I'm kneeling down and I'm going to reach up. And oh, he fell, the owl. Oh, the poor owl. He fell. Okay, let's try it again. All right, so I got the owl in my hand. I'm not going to grab it. If he starts to fall, I got to let it go. So here we go. So now he's going up this way and then bringing the owl back down. And then the other ways with no twist in the arm, I'm just going to lift straight up this way and then bring it back down. Let's try 2 with the other side too. So here we go. So I'm going to go up with no twisting, lifting the owl up. And again, I'm not going to use my fingers to grab it. I'm just going to kind of balance the owl on my hand. I got one more. I'm going up, owl balance. Nice job. Nice job. I see a lot of folks balancing stuff right now. Keep up the good work. And now let's do going up with the twisty. So my hand's going to rotate. I don't want to use that thumb to hold on. I don't want to do that. I want to balance. I want to make my mind have to think about this and concentrate. And this is the last one. Keep concentrating. Oh, I almost lost it. I almost fell again. Bringing it back down. Nice job, everybody. So we're going to do those same exercises, but now with nothing to balance. So go ahead and set whatever you had down. And let's go ahead. We're going to go 5 and 5 with the 2 different types of moves. So let's go ahead. Well, let's start with first reaching out. So we're going to do 5 reaching out. So let's just reach out and in. And you can do it with your hand, with your palm up or your palm out, however you want to have your hand. So we'll go out and in. 1, 2, nice. 3, 4, 5. Not bad at all. What about reaching forward? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What about reaching overhead? Here comes the 2, 5. So here we go. 1, and I'm keeping my palm facing me. 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, now what about with the twisty arm? So I'm going to rotate up. So right here, I got my palm this way, rotate up, and then rotate back down. So when I go up, I'm going up, and I'm rotating my hand. 3, down, 4, down, and 5, down. Imagine how fast we just did that, trying to do that, balancing that. Let's try one time with the out. Let's see if I can go forward as fast. 1, 2. Oh, look, 2 times. I couldn't even get to 3. And that's what's neat when we're balancing, is balance doesn't have to be heavy. Balance just has to be there. It doesn't matter what you're balancing, because the fact and the act of the balancing, that's what's going to get your mind and your muscles to really make a connection. And it's a very important connection. That balancing connection, it shows a lot of stability in the joints. So in this case, the shoulder, the elbow, and the wrist. Those are the 3 areas that are having that stability. Let's do our moves out to the side, but let's go ahead and absolutely, when we're doing the rotation even more, let's go ahead and do those moves again. And this time we'll do them fast and slow. So we're going to get to play around with that. So going out to the side, let's do 2 fast, 1 slow, 2 fast. Here we go. So we're going to go 1, 2, slow. Whoa, 3. Oh, look at, I'm trying to move fast. This isn't even very slow. I could go slower than this, but it's just moving. It's just moving and grooving. Keep it. Oh, this is pretty fast for slow motion. But again, now it takes that concentration. Let's go 2 fast. 1, 2. Now I don't have to think about it all. Let's go forward. Let's go 1, 2. Slow motion. Ooh, that's tough. It's tough. And remember, when we're training, when we're exercising, this is the time to do things like this, moving in slow motion. There's not a whole lot of other times to move around in slow motion, but when you're exercising, it's really, really good to move in slow motion. Let's go 2 more. 1, 2. I like that with the having correct form. It lets you have that correct form. If you move too fast, your form might not be great, and then your body starts to compensate. I got a lot of rhymes going today. Let's go over our head. So first one, palm facing us, going up and down. 1, nice. 2, going to 5. 3, don't worry about slow motion. 4, you already know what it feels like. And 5. All right, let's do it with the rotation. So here we go. We're going to rotate. 1, nice job. 2, down. 3, down. 4, down. And 5, down. So again, rotating through the arm is going to bring us all the way through the arm here. At this point now, we've got our neck, our upper back, our shoulders, our arms, and we've not just trained them with movement, but we've trained them with balance and stability. So super important. Let's have a sip of water, everybody. Let's make sure we're staying hydrated. We got to drink lots of water. Now, earlier, we were talking, somebody asked about chocolate milk. And the quick answer to chocolate milk is no. It's not good for us for the same reasons as soda. And even the same reasons as like apple juice or orange juice or pickle juice. Well, I don't know about pickle juice. Actually, pickle juice might not have a lot of sugar in it. We'll need to find out about that. So when you're drinking sugar, generally speaking, 99% of the time, it's not going to be good for us. Drinking the sugar. So when we're drinking chocolate milk, on most cases, that chocolate milk is going to be having added sugar, because milk kind of in its own natural form, it's going to have some sugar to it. And some of that sugar is good. Lactose for some people is okay. And lactose is a sugar. But then when you add the chocolate, you're adding a lot of additional sugar. And you could end up, I mean, imagine if you're just having a small cup of chocolate milk, you could end up with maybe 40 grams of sugar, maybe even more. You know what we'll do on the Fitness Social on this Friday is I'll go to the grocery store and I'll take a look at the chocolate milk and the sugar, and the milk and the sugar, and we'll see how much that would be. But generally, you're not going to want to drink chocolate milk. Now, you might have seen maybe with like football going on and things like that, that sometimes athletes will talk about after a workout, they'll drink some chocolate milk. And that is for kind of a post-workout reason. So if you're doing a tough exercise, you know, think about Carla when she was at work doing the yard work. She was doing all that hard work. There might be an okay time for chocolate milk, but really there's not a good time for chocolate milk, unfortunately, because it's tasty, because things with sugar are tasty. But I don't want you to make your decisions based on just taste. I want you to make your decisions also based on healthiness and nutrition. And if something's good for you, and if you add that into your decision making, then sometimes you will get foods that are both tasty and nutritious. But if we only use the tasty as our reason to eat something, then we might be eating things like donuts and cake and things like that all the time, because there's so much sugar. They make them really tasty. And that's why we don't want to make the food decisions based on just the flavor and the taste. We want to make our decisions also on, is this good for me? Is it nutritious? And then if it does taste good, that's even better. And Nick, you know, there are alternatives to chocolate milk. And one of them, which is one of my favorites, is chocolate protein powder, which you can mix up with water. And that's going to have maybe no sugar or maybe just a few grams of sugar. And then you get your protein and some nutrients. So that's a choice of making a decision based on, is this good for me and nutritious, and does it taste good? And you know, with some protein shakes out there, you're going to get yes to all three of those. Let's have another sip of water. Maybe we'll make a protein shake on Wednesday's workout. We'll make a protein shake during the workout. I'll show you how easy it is.
And Nick, what I think is coconut water. I think it's so because coconut and the fruit and the natural, right?
Right. And Karen's right. So there's two kinds of coconut waters that are out there in the stores. And I know Sophie she's seen the difference too. So there's going to be coconut waters that's going to be all natural. It's going to be just coconut water, and that's it. And you got to look at the back of the carton. That coconut water is going to be healthier for you than the sodas and other juices. There's still going to be sugar in that water. And if it's a lot of sugar, and if you look at the back and on the ingredients, if it says coconut water, sugar, if the word sugar is used as an ingredient, that means that they added sugar. It didn't come naturally. And those are the ones that you're going to want to avoid. You know what I think is a good thing to do, and not a lot of people have done this, but if you can, get like a real coconut and see about having the coconut just the way it is. See how much water you get out of a coconut. And just so you know, and they sell coconuts at the store. So you can try that out. And that way, you know, it's going to be natural and it's going to be fresh. And you won't have any added sugar because you can't fit any sugar inside that coconut. But keep the questions coming, everybody. These are healthy questions. These are great questions because they're all regarding beverages, something we drink. And most people get a lot of calories. I don't know how many, but maybe like a quarter of their calories throughout the day. I shouldn't say most people, some people. And I think a lot of people here, we're a little better about it. But some people, they get a lot of their calories from drinking their calories. And that, remember, that's something we don't want to do. We don't want to drink a lot of calories, especially when we're eating meals. We're getting our calories from our food. And if you're having a shake or something like that, that's different. But when you're having soda along with your meal, it's way too much. And we want to put the soda back, and we want to get some water. Apple cider is also going to have a lot of sugar in it too. So when you're thinking about apple cider, a lot of times when people make apple cider, they add sugar to it. And so again, you're going to want to try to find the stuff in that case, Nick, that has the least amount of sugar. But the best thing to do is to think about it, whereas you don't want to be drinking any sugar. You don't want to drink any sugar. So if you want apples, you eat apples, or have maybe some applesauce, but don't add the sugar to applesauce. The people who make the food that's in the grocery stores, they put sugar in a lot of things, and it's our responsibility to make sure that we're being thoughtful about that. We wish that the people making the food would do that, but they're not doing that because they want to make more food. They want to make money and make more food. And so they put the sugar in our food so that we like it and we buy it. But we got to be smart about what we're eating, and we got to be really, really smart about our sugar intake. And candy, sodas, those are like in sweets. That's where a lot of the sugar is coming from. And we can avoid that. We don't need that stuff. Sandy's shown us. Sandy's gone almost 20 years. 20 years. Can you believe it? Karen's asking about coffee versus tea. And in that case, a lot of this is going to have to do with how sensitive you might be to caffeine. So some people, if they have a little bit of caffeine, it makes them jittery, it may be anxious, and maybe they even feel like their heart's beating fast, even if it's not. And so sometimes it's better to drink tea than it would be to drink coffee. And with tea, there's a lot of flavors, and there's a lot of teas that are not caffeinated. There's also coffee that's not caffeinated. But ideally, if you're looking for something that's not caffeinated and it's a nice flavorful beverage, then tea is generally a good option. But it's not going to be the sweet tea in the green can at the grocery store or at the gas station. Everybody knows what tea I'm talking about. It comes in a big old can, and it's named after one of the states right next door to California. If you drink those teas, there's a lot of sugar.
You're talking about the Arizona iced tea.
I wasn't going to say it, but those teas, they have a lot of sugar. A lot of sugar. So let's have a sip of water, everybody. Let's really think about our water and how grateful we are to have water in our life.
John, Ben's on the workout, actually.
What? Ben's on the workout? Oh, man. Ben, you're on the workout. Where is he? Let me see Ben real quick.
He's right here. I'll spotlight him. I'll add.
I see him. Hey, Ben, how are you doing? Thanks for joining us today. Everybody give a wave to Ben real quick.
Oops.
You're unmuted. Go ahead.
I'm home early because my chair was low.
Oh, man. We got to get you a new battery.
Well, my chair wasn't charged all the way.
Oh, that'll do it. That'll do it. Nice. Well, we're glad you joined us, Ben. You're right in time. We're going to do some Meditation Monday in just a moment. Remember,
I kind of need that because it's been kind of a crazy day.
Oh, this is good. This will be good then.
Is Emily even on? I just saw her, but she went away.
I think she is. Let's have some water, everybody, and remember, because I sometimes am thoughtful about my friend, but remember, when you're faced with those kind of decisions about sweets, and this happened to me yesterday at Waves for All, there was a lot of donuts and things around. You got to think about that healthy decision about what's going to be the best thing for me right now in this moment, but also for the long term. And you might have a goal of being healthy in 2024. And you might have a goal of not having the sweets and the candies. And you just think to yourself, if Sandy was here, what would she say? And I can bet you Sandy would say, don't do it. Wait. And if you think about it, maybe later on, but chances are if you wait and you don't eat the sweets, You'll forget all about it. And then the next thing you know, it'll be 20 years later and you'll be patting yourself on the back because you've been doing such an excellent job. You should pat yourself on the back, Sandy. Good job. Everybody, remember, when it comes to the sweets and the snacks, let's think about the example that Sandy's helped set for us, and we'll follow her lead. And let's go ahead and let's get, so yeah, Coach Emily, she was on, but then maybe she had something maybe she had to go run and do. And so what do you all think about, let's check it. Let's ask Sophie. Sophie, what do you think we should do next up?
Well, Karen and I were messaging, and she was thinking pulling up Clinton first because we haven't had him for a while.
Did you hear that, Clinton? Oh my gosh, I would love that. Clinton, can you lead us in some exercises, my friend? Do you have your exercise equipment with you? Do you have your ball and do you have your band? What do you have there with you? Do you have your exercises there with you? Reaching
There's
out with
Coach-
our arms? You have your stretchy band?
I think he has to go get it.
Oh, he might have to get it.
Do you want to come back?
Let's come back to Clinton. Let's let him get his equipment real quick. And we'll
Coach Emily's on, so.
Oh, nice. We'll keep an eye on Clinton there, and we'll see if he comes back with his equipment. Let's see. Nick had his hand up. Let's see if he wanted to maybe share something or show something.
There we go.
And Nick's got some weights, everybody. It looks like Nick wants to do an exercise with some weights. Is that what you were thinking, Nick?
Yep.
Well, why don't you go ahead and lead us in? Are you going to do an exercise with balancing?
He's doing the weights and balancing, I think.
So he's doing the balance on his head, lifting the weights, going up and down. Oh, and he's trying to balance, and that's tough. So what are your moves going to be, Nick? Out to the side and then up in front?
Yeah, and by the play.
Nice. Clinton, go ahead and join us. Join us with Nick's exercise here. And we're gonna hold the weights in our hands. Nick's gonna go ahead and do a bicep curl. He's gonna do a squat, an overhead press, an overhead squat, bringing him all the way down. You're gonna lift him up with the arms to the side, and then do a squat. Lift him up in front of the body and a squat. And then he's going to do a body circle. He's doing 2 body circles. And then he's doing a high knee lift. High knee on one side. Oh, high knee with the overhead lift. Nice. I like that move. How many of these are we going to do?
And then
That was 4. Okay. And then he's grabbing his baton, and he's got to show us. Are you doing the inchworm or the baton spin?
Yeah.
He's going to do a baton spin. We'll do a couple baton spins. Nice. He's going to put it down on the ground. Take a deep breath. Let's get ready we got meditation coming up next. Maybe some stretches. Go ahead, Nick.
3, 2, and 1.
And there he goes for the inchworm. Everybody remember, this is one of Nick's challenging exercises he's trying to master. He's got to push down. Now keep pushing down. Use that right arm. Use that right hand to push down. You got to use the right side. Think about it. Concentrate. Push into the ground. There you go. Oh, you switched it out to the left. That's a smart move. But now you got to use that left arm. Oh, push it down. Keep it on the ground. Keep it on the ground. It's so tough, everybody. The inchworm is tough. Nice job, Nick. You want to try one more time, and then we'll bring up Emily? Go ahead. Nice. Here he goes. He's trying one more time. The inchworm pushing down while moving up. There you go. Oh, he did it. Look at that. He changed up the technique. Nice job, Nick. That was excellent. He's throwing a little witch's pot down. Nick, let's have a sip of water and bring up Coach Emily. And maybe at the end of the workout, maybe you and Coach Emily, like we talked about, can do the breathing motto together. And then on Wednesday, we can bring up Bernie and Byron, and we can have leadership from them on Wednesday at 11 o'clock for Wednesday's workout. Maybe even Alicia too. All right, everybody, let's have one more sip of water. We've been having a great workout. We've been having lots of great health and wellness questions. Coach Emily, we've been talking a ton about healthy beverages and just making it, real important think about not drinking a lot of calories. So, but we'd love to have you join us. And sounds like Ben and a couple other folks are really looking forward to your leadership. So I'm gonna pass it on over to you.
Thank you. Yes, and my computer's having a case of the Monday, so I'm on my hotspot and hopefully we'll stay connected. I know me personally, my choice for a healthy beverage that still tastes really good is sometimes I take like sparkling water and then I add just a drop of juice and it tastes really nice. And it's bubbly, and so I feel like I'm drinking a soda, but I'm drinking a beverage that has low calories. So that's a good one if you
Great
don't
idea.
already drink bubbly water with a splash of juice. Okay, well, I've missed everybody, so I'm excited to hop into it. So let's just get into our yoga and meditation by sitting comfortably. I invite you to close your eyes or look down at the floor and just start to breathe. Allow yourself to breathe. Breathing in and breathing out. Pay attention to the parts of your body that fill up on an inhale. Notice the parts of your body that soften and relax on an exhale. Now listen for the sound of your breath on the back of your throat. Now notice and feel the temperature of your breath as it enters into your nose or mouth. Set an intention for your day. Maybe say to yourself, I want to feel. How do you want to feel today? I want to feel strong. I want to feel happy. How do you want to feel today? I want to focus, or I want to give. So what do you want to do today? Do you want to work on being organized, on being disciplined? What are you working on today? Helpful. Breathing in and breathing out. And what do you want to receive today? How do you want to get support from others? Maybe you want to feel encouraged or motivated, or just peaceful. Just think about these questions. And then from there, start to move your spine in a circle. Inhale forward, exhale back. My chair makes a lot of sounds. It sounds like crinkly bones. Breathing as you circle your spine. And then when you're ready, change the direction of your circles. Inhaling and exhaling, warming your body from the inside out. Let's do 2 more in this direction. And then come back through the center. And when you come back through the center, take a big breath. Hold your breath at the top. And like a dragon, sigh out your mouth. Nice. Roll your shoulders up and back a few times. And then roll your shoulders forward. I really like Coach John's background today. The yogi guy, it's cool. From there, let's take it into our elevator breaths. Inhale, squeeze shoulders up. Exhale, drop with a sigh. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, drop. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, drop. Last one. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, drop. Nice. From there, we're going to move into our hug stretch. So if you're following me on the app, you know what that's all about. Take an inhale, stretch. And then exhale, give yourself a hug. We're going to switch our arms. Inhale, stretch. Other arm on top. Exhale, give yourself a hug. And now for fun, I just made this one up. Let's do like a crocodile. Just lift your arms. Ooh, that feels kind of good, doesn't it, Nick? All right, let's try it on the other side. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, switch. Other arms on top. Let's see those crocodile arms. Chomp, chomp. All right, inhale, stretch. This time, exhale, look up, reach through your fingertips. And then inhale, reach your arms up, stretch up. Clap your hands over your head. Stretch your arms up, look up, stretch, stretch. And exhale, melt it down. Let's move into our lower body. Bend one knee, give it a squeeze in towards your chest. And if you can't use your legs, then just participate with your arms if you're able. Kick your leg out in front of you, and just like I'm showing with my hands, circle your ankle. So you're circling your ankle, circling in one direction, and then circle in the opposite direction. Breathe as you point and flex your foot. Ooh, spread and squeeze your toes. And Nick is doing a great demonstration of this pose on your back, which you can also find on the app. Take an inhale, bend your knee, squeeze it in. And then exhale, place it down. Let's lift our other knee. Squeeze your knee in towards your body. And then exhale, kick it out in front of you. Start to circle your ankle in one direction. And then circle your ankle in the opposite direction. Breathing as you point and flex your foot. Spread and squeeze your toes. When you're ready, take an inhale, bend that knee, squeeze it in. And then exhale, place it on the ground. With both feet on the ground, come up onto your tippy toes a few times. Maybe rock back on your heels. And then let it go. Let's take one more deep breath before we move into our meditation. Beautiful breathing. Nice arms, Sophie. Exhale down. Love it, Natalie. Everyone looks so good. All right, nice job. So from there, let's prepare ourselves from relaxation by massaging our arms. Good work, Lorraine. Good job, Bernie. Everyone's looking so good. And then rub your neck, massage your neck. And then from there, we're going to take our hands. Awesome. Sammy, everybody bend, rub your head. Use your hands to rub on the sides of your eyes. We're just giving ourselves some self-massage, and then draw down your beard line. Awesome. And then take a big inhale and sigh out your mouth, like when you're just like letting go of all your stress. Here we go. Nice. And just notice how that feels as you settle in for some relaxation. So just like we started, I invite you to close your eyes or look down at the floor and place your hands on top of your belly. So we're placing our hands on top of our belly to really feel our breath. So take an inhale, breathe in, fill up your belly with air. And exhale, breathe out, and use your hands to gently push out your belly. Inhale, breathe into your belly. Exhale, let it go. Breathing in and breathing out. Big breath in and big breath out. Now move your attention, your thinking down to your feet. Maybe lift your toes and then push your toes into the ground. And as you breathe in and breathe out, we're going to meditate or kind of think about or pretend we're going to think about a flower. And we're going to let our bodies feel like a flower. So imagine that your feet are growing roots into the ground. So feel your feet pushing into the earth. Feel the support of the ground underneath you. Feel from your feet up your legs. And imagine that your legs are so sturdy, they're so strong. They hold this beautiful flower, just like the stem of a flower. Breathing in and breathing out. Use your imagination, draw your attention up into your belly. Let it go. Breathe into your chest. Breathing in and breathing out. Move your attention down your arms. And imagine your arms are like the leaves of a beautiful flower. Just resting there. Breathing in and breathing out. Move your attention up your arms, your shoulders, into your neck. Now move your attention. Imagine you could breathe all the way into the top of your head. And as silly as it sounds, imagine that at the top of your head is a beautiful flower. Like a sunflower or a rose, any flower. And imagine that this beautiful flower is soaking up the sunshine. Feel the sun pouring down as if it was shining bright just for you, just for this magnificent flower, just for you as this magnificent person. And each time you breathe in, imagine like you could feel the warmth of the sunshine. You know, when flowers have water and sun, they grow so beautiful, opening up to the sunshine. With your eyes still closed, place one hand and your other hand over your heart. Breathing in and breathing out, breathing deep. And repeat to yourself, may I be happy. May I be healthy. Breathing in and breathing out, may I be peaceful. And then open your arms as if you're sharing that with everybody around you. And imagine right now that we're wishing it to each other on this call. Just say to everybody, may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be peaceful. Now, Nick and I are going to send everybody off with our breathing motto.
Thank you so much, Coach Emily. That was terrific. Nick, we're going to get you up here. And Nick, how would you like to do the Breathe the Motto with Coach Emily? Do you have an idea?
I want to do them. I do one. I do two.
So go ones and twos. So she does the first line, you do the second line?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got it.
All
right,
right, let's
Nick.
take it away.
And
Count it down.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And
Breathe in the good.
breathe out the bad.
Breathe in the happy.
And breathe out the bad.
Breathe in your best.
And breathe out the wood.
Breathe in your power.
Do you do it? You don't put every day of the week.
Great
Woo!
Wonderful job again, everybody. Thanks to Coach Emily. Thanks to Nick. We had a great workout today. On Friday, it sounds like we're going to be having Bernie and Sammy are going to be doing some leadership. So be ready for that on Friday. And then on Wednesday, we're going to have Byron. Maybe we'll get to have, if Alicia's here, we can do some martial arts. We're going to have leadership all week. Our friends will be here. Again, big thanks to Coach Emily. Nick, go ahead and give us the countdown with his
And-
balance.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful
Bye,
day. Great
everyone.
job.
Here
Great
we
job.
go in
Great to
3,
see you,
2,
Ben.
and